June 29th, end of Q2. While most of the community was still talking about the 2026.1 release, the one with Adaptix C2, Metasploit MCP, and all the AI-assisted pen testing tools, Kali quietly dropped 2026.2. And I say quietly because I barely saw anyone cover it properly, which is a mistake, because this release is more useful for day-to-day work than most people realize. Yes, the headlines are GNOME 50 and KDE Plasma 6.6. Shiny, fine, but those aren't why you're here. What actually matters, VM boot times just got 3 times faster. The kernel jumped to 6.19, with 7.0 sitting in Kali Experimental for anyone who wants cutting-edge CVE mitigations and doesn't care about NVIDIA compatibility. The APT sources format got modernized. Goodbye sources.list, hello sources.list.d/kali.sources, which Debian and Ubuntu have already been pushing for a while. And the helper scripts across every service-dependent tool now have actual consistency. Start, stop, status, default credentials, and in some cases automatically opens the web UI for you. That last one sounds small, but anyone who's tried to remember which port Bloodhound runs on at 2 a.m. will appreciate it. And NetHunter. The QCACLD-3.0 injection patch finally landed. That's the wireless injection capability that the community has been chasing for years for Qualcomm chipsets. OnePlus 7, OnePlus 9, OnePlus Nord, Poco X3 Pro, Redmi Note 10, Samsung A73, Xiaomi Mi A3. These devices can now do wireless injection in Kali NetHunter. That's a big deal. But the 9 new tools? That's the real conversation. Let's get into it. Disclaimer, this video is not sponsored. It is created solely for educational and awareness purposes. Please use any tools or techniques shown responsibly and only on systems you own or have explicit permission to test. Tool number 1, Arsenal-NG. Every penetration tester has a moment mid-engagement where they blank on syntax. The exact flag for an nmap scan they've done 200 times. The SQL map command for a post request. The precise way to set up a listener in Metasploit. It happens to everyone, and it wastes time. Arsenal-NG is a Go-based command library that ships with over 200 cybersecurity cheat sheets baked right in. You search for what you need, it surfaces the command, and you move on. No browser, no Googling mid-test, no accidentally landing on a site that your client's proxy logs. It's entirely offline, it's fast, and for anyone running time-limited assessments, the compounding effect of not breaking flow dozens of times a day adds up. This isn't a glamorous tool, it's a force multiplier for everything else. Tool number 2, Hydra GTK. Hydra needs no introduction. It's been the standard for online brute force attacks for years. SSH, FTP, RDP, web login forms, 50+ protocols. But it's always lived in the terminal, which puts a ceiling on how quickly someone new to it can actually use it. Hydra GTK is the graphical interface version, and it was actually in Kali before. This is a re-edition after it was pulled at some point. The GUI makes setting up credential attacks faster to configure and easier to visualize, especially when you're chaining through multiple target services or managing a list of targets during a larger engagement. Experienced users probably won't change their workflow, but if you've been putting off learning Hydra because the terminal flags felt overwhelming, this removes that excuse completely. Tool number 3. Legba. Speaking of brute forcing, Legba is newer, built from the ground up as a multi-protocol credentials brute forcer, password sprayer, and enumerator. Where Hydra is the veteran, Legba is the modern alternative that doesn't carry years of accumulated quirks. It handles credential stuffing, password spraying, and enumeration across multiple protocols in a single coherent tool. What's worth noting is how cleanly it handles error differentiation. In password spraying especially, you need your tool to correctly distinguish between a locked account, an invalid username, and a wrong password. Legba does this well. For red teams doing Active Directory assessments where spraying is part of the methodology, having a clean, modern tool for this matters more than most people think. Tool number 4, Oletools. This one is for a slightly different use case. Oletools is a collection of Python-based tools for analyzing Microsoft Ole2 files in Office documents, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, anything in the old .doc, .xls format family. What you're actually doing with it is looking for malicious macros, embedded shellcode, suspicious objects, and VBA code that shouldn't be there. Malware delivery via Office documents is still one of the most common initial access vectors in real-world attacks. Phishing emails with macro-embedded documents show up constantly in incident response cases. Oletools is what a malware analyst or threat hunter uses to crack those files open safely and see what they're actually doing without triggering them. If forensics and malware analysis are part of your work, this belongs in your toolkit. Tool number 5, Penelope, shell handlers. Most people catch their reverse shells with netcat or a Metasploit handler and accept the limitation. No tab completion, session dies if the connection hiccups, no easy file transfer. Penelope is a shell handler built to fix all of that. It catches reverse shells and upgrades them automatically. Stable PTY, tab completion, resize support, the works. You can upload and download files directly through the session. It handles multiple sessions at once, and it recovers connections that drop without losing the session state. On longer engagements where you've got multiple shells running across different targets, Penelope versus a basic netcat listener is a completely different experience. This one quietly changes your workflow once you actually use it. Tool number 6. Shell GPT. This is the one people are going to have the strongest reactions to in either direction. Shell GPT is an AI-powered command line productivity tool. You describe what you want to do in plain language, and it generates the shell command, script, or code to do it. You can run it directly from the terminal without ever leaving your workflow. Is this replacing skilled practitioners? No. But what it does is compress the time between "I need to do X" and having a working command to try, particularly for things outside your main specialization. A network-focused tester who needs a quick Python script to parse some output. A web pen tester who needs to quickly chain some bash commands they don't use often. The ceiling on what one person can competently execute in a given time frame goes up when you stop losing minutes to syntax lookups. The security community has strong opinions about AI and hacking workflows. Those opinions are worth having. But this tool is officially in Kali now, which tells you something about where the discipline is heading. Tool number 7, Tailscale. Tailscale in Kali is genuinely interesting for how it changes engagement infrastructure. Tailscale creates a secure peer-to-peer mesh network, essentially a private VPN fabric, between devices using WireGuard under the hood. For red teamers, this means you can connect your attack infrastructure, your C2 server, your Kali instance, and any callback listeners across different networks with a persistent, encrypted channel that doesn't require complex firewall rules or port forwarding. During distributed red team engagements where team members are working from different locations and need coordinated access to shared infrastructure, Tailscale is already widely used in the professional community. Its presence in the official Kali repository now just makes it easier to integrate from the start of a build rather than setting it up manually every time. Tool number 8. Tookie OSINT. OSINT tools in Kali have historically been light on the social media account enumeration side. Tookie OSINT fills that gap directly. It's an information gathering tool specifically built for locating social media accounts linked to a target. You feed it identifying information, and it goes looking across platforms for matching accounts. For social engineering assessments, target profiling during authorized red team work, or personnel OSINT research within engagement scope, knowing which platforms a target is active on and what they've made publicly visible is often more useful than most technical findings. It's a lightweight, focused tool. One job, done well. In a tool suite that skews heavily toward exploitation and network testing, having proper OSINT representation in the official repos matters. Tool number 9, URO. Last one. And this is the kind of tool that bug bounty hunters specifically are going to appreciate immediately. When you run a web crawler, or a tool like GAU, to pull all known URLs for a target, you end up with tens of thousands of results. Most of them are junk. Duplicate parameters, the same endpoint with different tracking values, pagination variations that all lead to identical content. Processing that entire list wastes time and generates noise. URO declutters that URL list. It collapses parameter variations, removes duplicates with different values that hit the same endpoint, and strips out the bloat, leaving you with a clean, meaningful list of unique endpoints worth actually investigating. For anyone doing web application recon at scale, this compresses hours of manual filtering into seconds. Quiet tool, significant impact on workflow efficiency. 9 tools. Arsenal NG for offline command reference. Hydra GTK for a proper GUI on one of the most used brute force tools in the field. Legba as a modern multi-protocol credential sprayer. Oletools for office document malware analysis. Penelope as a proper shell handler that doesn't drop your sessions. Shell GPT for AI-assisted command generation. Tailscale for clean red team infrastructure connectivity. Tookie OSINT for social media account enumeration. And URO for cleaning up URL lists before your web recon actually starts. Update command is in the description. If you're already running Kali, sudo apt update and sudo apt full upgrade gets you there. And reboot after, because Polkit needs it this release. Like the video if it was useful. Subscribe for Kali releases and security content. Drop a comment. Which of these 9 are you actually going to use? See you in the next one.